All right, I had somebody ask me a question. This message was from a commenter named George Wallace, so I hope I can answer this question back to you. The question is, what qualifies you as a professional driver, Sean? And why should we take your word or your advice? What makes you a qualified driver? Great question. All right, so let me start off by telling you a little bit about myself, how I got into trucking, and hopefully this will answer your question the best I can. I'm still learning. First of all, I'm learning every day. Every time, I can say I'm a professional driver, but I'm a professional driver who's still learning. I've been driving for 14 years, still make mistakes, I still learn. The thing about any profession or anything that you do, you gotta be willing to learn every day. So I try to read as much as I can, I try to watch people as much as I can, and I try to learn from me, and then I'm also a trainer, so I try to learn from my trainees' mistakes, stuff that I may have not noticed or something, questions they have. So I try to stay interactive with everybody as much as I can. All right, so 14 years ago, I decided that I wanted to be a truck driver. I went to truck driving school, did an 8-week class, thought I was old hot shit, right? Got out of class, got a job. I was lucky because I got myself into a lot of situations my first year. My first year, and I'm humble to say, I didn't know everything, still don't. In the first year, I made some mistakes. I almost caught some power lines that almost came down. They didn't, I caught it. I backed over a couple things. Wasn't minimum damages, but I had to pay for it. I had a door on the back of my trailer. I didn't latch, come open, slap a few mailboxes. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. You know what I mean? I fell asleep driving, run off the road, didn't hurt anybody. I kind of nodded off for a second. Things that I shouldn't have done that woke me up. I witnessed a driver either fall asleep or playing with his phone. He ran slap into the back of another truck and killed him. Once you see that, it is very horrifying to see. It was a box truck, stopped traffic, wham! He ran right in the back of him, squished him dead. I've seen truck drivers go across medians and run into the other truck drivers, dead. I've seen truck drivers at the bottom of the mountains, dead. So I've seen a lot. Does that make me a professional driver? No, but it makes me aware more, I'd say, of things that can happen. Some of my driving techniques that I tell you about are from my own experiences. Other than those few little bitty incidents I told you about the first year, I'm over 1 million miles as far as safe driving. I haven't been in no ticket accidents. Yeah, I've had some incidents, you call them accidents, but I haven't hit no other cars. But that's because of the grace of God. Not because that I was a good driver to start with, but is because I didn't know a lot and I had angels watching over me, whatever. But to be a professional driver, it takes time. It just takes experience and it takes getting out there, and I still learn. I'm not ashamed to admit of something that happened to me a few weeks ago that scared the living crap out of me. And this happened. I was driving down the road. My safety guy knows about it, and it's something that I'm not proud of. I was driving down the interstate. A guy come around me. My seatbelt was hanging out the passenger side. He come around me and was yelling at me. And I'm like, what is he yelling about? He slows down, goes to my driver's side. He's like, blah, 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 blah. He's telling me that there's something hanging out my driver's side. I took my eyes off the road for 3 seconds. They were stopped traffic. I looked up and there was a car, and I almost ran in the back of them, and I could have killed somebody. By taking my eyes off the road just a few seconds, I read to the right, and I was able to get away from it, barely. And that's 14 years after driving. But if you make a mistake, so talking about these things not only helps me, but it helps us new drivers, and it helps other drivers out there. That's why I started this channel. I'm not making no money on this channel. I'm not bringing in money. I'm a truck driver. But I believe by having these videos and these situations that I go through, if I share them, at least gets it in their mind, people's stuff in their mind, and they can think about it. Am I the perfect driver? No. Do I claim to be the best driver? No. Have I been through some shit? Yes. Have I survived some shit? Yes. Do I get the most miles in my company? I get a lot. You know, I say yeah, I probably do. We have a Samsara score, my safety score. It could be 100. Mine's not 100. I looked at this morning, my safety score is a 98, which is good. My company average is a 93. I stay 97 to 98. That's from falling too close, not driving too fast, no sharp curves, no slamming on the brakes, stuff like that. It grades you with that. So yeah, I'm not 100. The reason why I'm not 100 because sometimes I might speed through a construction zone by accident. You know, it happens. If the speed limit is 55 and I'm going 60, it's going to knock off points. So yeah, I'm not the perfect driver. But George, you did ask that question, what qualifies me to be a professional driver? I say the only thing that qualifies me is time on the road. And that's what'll make you a professional driver, or anybody out there that's listening, is just get out there and get the experience and get her done. Always stay humble and always be aware of your surroundings and know that anything can happen at any moment. So that's the best way I can answer that, and I hope I answered your question correctly. And then not all my videos are just about safe driving. My videos, George, are also about tips. Like the other day, if your trailer jack is jammed up and you can't get it down, how to do it. Used to, I thought I had to take it apart, but a truck driver showed me that you can get a yard dog to pick up the trailer and lets off of it. So I try to pass down these little things that I've learned over the years. I had a door that wouldn't lock, so I was able to figure out how to lock that door at night when I go to sleep. Another driver showed me I could take my seatbelt, run it through the handle, and lock it tight. That would keep it. That's something I'm passing down. So those are not like professional driver tips, they're just tips that I learned on the road, and I want to share those. And I hope that you get some value from this. If you do, hit the like button. George Wallace, if you watch this, comment and let me know that you watched this video, and let me know that this helped you answer your question. I appreciate you as a subscriber. Appreciate all y'all. I'll see you next time. Let's get it.